Good evening. Welcome to the Power Hour. I'm Steve. This is Rion. That is Cactus Rack. C-Red, unfortunately, is under the weather this evening, so we wish our colleague well. It doesn't seem right to do it without him, but the show must go on. We have timetables and schedules we must keep. As I have been saying all week, contractually obligated is our word tonight. Damian Saint signed us up and said he was going to be on the go home episode of the Power Hour, and he is making good on his assurances. But I see that you felt the need to have your attorney present.
Yeah, and
Well, I'm just welcome to the show. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, and you too, counselor. We're seeing you quite a bit more than I wanted to, but
you're not Schultzy Poo this week.
No, not this week, but I am like a bad penny in that I always turn up.
And you are. He is a raconteur apparently this evening, which is a delight. So we'll let him.
Can you define it? Do you know what a
raconteur is? Someone who's skilled in the art of telling stories.
So our situation tonight is we've got some things to do. We have Rocket Pro Wrestling Fall Brawl happening this Saturday evening in Joliet, St. Joe's Park. Damian Saint has created a great many of the situations that are at the forefront of the storyline this here Saturday night. So we're going to talk to Damian Saint a little bit about that, and we'll get some feedback from him. Not only, I'm sorry, are you lighting up a pipe?
Sorry. No one said I couldn't smoke.
Not wrong.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, Red does it often, so that just was not. I haven't seen somebody light up a pipe like that. And I mean, yeah, no, I'm not going to even make that joke. Doesn't need to be made. Doesn't need to be, many jokes not need to be made this evening. We're serious business. We're focused. Before we talk to Damian Saint about Rocket Pro Wrestling, this past Friday night, there was an extraordinary wrestling program that happened that not only was C-Red involved in, but Cactus Rack was at that show, and it had some historic precedents. So before we get going down the road to hell with Damian Saint and Eric Schultz, I'd like to hear a little bit about what went down Friday night because I was not able to attend. So I give you our lovely co-host, Cactus Rack.
Let me pull up my notes app so I can remember everything. Bear with me. First of all, if you weren't there,
I was not.
I mean, in general, if you weren't there, you fucking robbed yourself. So it was amazing. It like.
I wonder why.
Okay. Sorry, Andy made me organize my phone and now I can't find anything. So just bear with me. So
that damn organization crap.
Yeah, ADHD problems.
Hot Rod Danny Andy, what a hack.
I mean, you shut your mouth talking about
I squared off with him.
Okay.
I squared off with him once.
Yeah, and you cheated, so
that's
do you wanna keep going down this road? Do you want to keep going down this road?
Eric,
okay. Because I don't think you're wrestling at an event with the Chihuahua beauty pageant this weekend, but the Hot Rod Daddy is. So that's all I'm gonna say. So anyways, moving on.
She's got it. She's got it.
I believe in her 100%. And she's gone again. But she'll be back.
No, she'll be back.
All right, here. Wait, no. Are you serious? Every time I pull up my notes app, I disappear.
You do.
Yep.
God damn it.
Which is
why don't you share your screen?
I could pull up a picture of
I'm on my phone.
and just kind of post it there while you're speaking.
That'll work.
Let's get a picture.
Okay, that's fine. So first of all, we got there a little bit late because traffic in Chicago is god awful, and then parking. Andrew doesn't know how to park in the city, so that was a little scary.
Doesn't know how to wrestle either.
What?
Doesn't know how to wrestle either.
You gonna say that to my face?
Only through a Zoom call.
I figured as much. I figured as much.
Which photo I
All
should-
right, know your place, know your place. Anyways,
Sure.
we came in towards the middle in time to see Evan from Wrestle League get eliminated. There was so much talent in that ring. Renee Van Peebles knocked out, what's his name? Tyler LeBeau. Knocked him out. She didn't get him out, but she knocked him out. I got a good picture of that. Flash Harris eliminated Jackson Larkin to win that Rumble. It was incredible. I had almost lost my voice by the end of the Rumble. So then after that, we have Ricky Santana against, I think it was Carly Bravo. Again, like I'm hearing all these things and trying to type it in my notes at the same time. Ricky Santana was definitely the favorite to win, and that's who everyone seemed to be the most hyped about. But of course, a move that Schultz would know something about, Carly Bravo wins after low blowing Ricky and getting the pin. So you'd know. Why is that picture up right now?
Because you're
Yeah.
recording live via
Look who's
satellite.
Texas Rec is a goddamn national treasure. Treat her like one.
True.
Thank you.
I cleared this picture with my associate here before I did anything.
That one
Apparently you did not clear up
Okay.
Texas Rec.
was on me. I did that one. That's on me.
Thank you, because there are worse ones he could have chosen. So
Is
then
that your
we had
background
Devon
picture,
Monroe.
Rhea?
What's up?
Yes.
Is that your background picture on your phone?
Yes, it is. 100%. Where do you want to go from here now? Now,
Yeah.
now we've gotten that
It's the day that I woke up and chose violence. So meant actually doing my hair and putting on makeup for the first time in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So anyways, stop sidetracking me. Devon Monroe, who was, I mean, the presence of Devon Monroe walking through that curtain. It was like, I mean, it was like full lights, but it was like everything around us went dark and there was just like a flashlight on Devon Monroe. Like I wish I was on camera now because you could see how like I've got all kinds of hand motions going right now. I'm so excited. Versus Kenny Alfonso. It was a good match. Like I was losing my shit a little bit about it. I mean, it was just like a lot of it's very tit for tat. Like they were it was two faces, two good guys. So you wanted them both to win, but in the end, Devon Monroe fell to Kenny Alfonso. But Devon Monroe did reappear later that weekend at Effie's Big Gay Brunch, which is a whole other thing to talk about. After that, it was Shane Foster versus, I believe the name is Camaro, who came from Team Ambition in St. Louis, which is a wrestling school down in St. Louis. I was 2 PBRs in at this time, and I'm a lightweight. So all I can really tell you about this is that at one point, Shane Foster had thrown Camaro out of the ring. Camaro's friends are out there trying to help him. And Shane Foster like runs and jumps from the center of the ring and jumps over the turnbuckle and takes them all out. I like just like full on just losing my shit screaming. And then we had Team Ambition versus Kendra, Just Amazing, and Mike Strong. Team Ambition, they put on a good show. I did really like the I don't remember her name. I don't think I ever got it, but she came out. She was wearing like a dragon costume. It was very cool that she wrestled in.
This on
Tagging
You guys are
back-
distracted.
tagging back in.
Is this Team Ambition or for FOE?
Team Ambition, and then Kendra, Just Amazing, and Mike Strong were foe. Hold on, Andrew, who won? Team Ambition or foe?
Andrew, who was it?
Who won it?
Andy, who
Who
won?
won? Team Ambition or foe? I can't remember.
Who did it?
Somebody text
Damn it,
Andy.
Andrew, we're live, man.
Bo
You're holding
won.
us up.
Bo won.
Bo won.
Andy over everything won.
And then after that was the Shogun Chris Logan. I had stopped taking notes by this time, so unfortunately I can't remember who the opponent was.
That's
Of course,
fair.
the Shogun Chris Logan is going to put on a great match. It was incredible. I mean, it was like electric in the air when everyone was watching. And then we had Jordan Blade versus I believe the first name was just Jocelyn, I think. Jocelyn is the funniest fucking person I've ever seen in a wrestling ring in my life. Fucking hilarious.
Pretty
Like,
bold
was
statement. We need some
talking-
pretty amusing folks.
What?
I said, that's a bold statement. We know some pretty amusing folks.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. I
I'm
didn't-
pretty fucking hilarious.
That's on me.
But yeah, this is another person I think we should have on the Power Hour. Definitely became a favorite, did not take the win, but got a standing ovation after the match for just how talented a wrestler and a personality that they were. And then because I'm an old woman, we left before the main event.
Okay.
And so I cannot tell you anything about the main event.
Well, nailed it.
And I'm back.
Hey,
Nailed it.
And that is our
I'm back.
Cactus on location at the BWM show from Friday night. I imagine there will be another one because it was wildly successful.
You looking at me for?
I'm just,
It's racist. Why do what I have the information? What? She was there.
Oh, we had an appearance from John Bullard in like over 2 years, I think was his first appearance
and he
from
looks great,
Chicagoland
by the way.
Championship Wrestling.
He looks
Yeah.
fantastic. The man
Yeah.
is fine physical condition despite his ailments, and we wish John well. We'll be seeing John very soon. 5-star show, Cactus. It was awesome, right?
It was a 5-star. Absolutely. The energy that all of the wrestlers brought, it was incredible. I haven't had that much fun at a show in a very long time.
That says a lot.
That says many shows.
Yeah.
What does that say about the show she's been
Mhm.
to? We need to step our game up.
We don't have to do anything.
You do.
Enjoy
You
it.
do have to step your game up.
Enjoy it. All right, so that's
Someone's
what
got to jump over the turnbuckle.
say that again.
Someone's got to jump over the turnbuckle.
Okay.
someone's got to jump over the turnbuckle.
Do it, Steve. I
Mhm.
believe you.
Jump over a turnbuckle if I wanted to, not on my best day. So
I
that
can't
happened-
either. That's why I said someone has to, because it's not going to be me.
Might be Schultz. Schultz was-
Okay, you know what? Let's take a vote. I vote Steve.
you don't get a vote. There's no vote for Damian.
That's 2 for Steve. 3 on 2.
I vote Schultze Poo.
Schultz, it's Eric Schultz Raconteur tonight.
Schultze Poo.
2 to 1.
The dog
Three on?
vote for you, I think.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah.
The stalemate. We're gonna be deadlocked. This is a stalemate.
It's a stalemate. So we'll have to have the fans that watch the show vote on who
Text.
can jump over a turnbuckle.
Text 33606 to
Don't
Schultz
do that. Because there are people that watch the show that think it's happening in real time.
That is true.
And
That's still hilarious to me.
I don't think we should
Don't text.
false
There's nothing-
information to have their carriers charge them extra money
Right.
at our expense.
I'll show
Put a
you.
disclaimer up first.
So,
I mean, it's not at my expense, so I'm okay with it.
That's true.
Rocket Pro
Yeah,
Wrestling
broken on again.
proudly presents Fall Brawl this Saturday night. It's the long-awaited season premiere. The season finale, the cliffhanger. Well, that's why we're here tonight. We've had Damian Saint on to ask him 3 questions a number of times, and I had about 7 different people. Hey, let me get on and ask Damian 3 questions. But I was given some advice and was told that was a bad idea. So I abdicated to the advice that I received, and we will not have any special guest stars, although having Eric Schultz was a guest star that I wasn't expecting. I did not know that Damian Saint was going to do this show with legal representation. So
You
That's
never
just
said a-
judicious.
let's
You
get
never
into
said,
that.
please do not bring your lawyer, which that's a very nice thing. Steve, are you a cop?
Am I a cop?
That's true.
Rian,
Me-
run. Rian,
Me-
blink twice if you're under duress.
Are you under duress?
Are you under duress?
You have to tell us. By law, you have to tell us.
Are you under duress? I think he's okay.
Aaron, you have to tell us if you're a cop or else it's entrapment.
I have no judicial responsibilities, or I have no law province in this situation. I guess is what I'm looking for there. Maybe not.
That's fair.
None of that sounds accurate.
That's fair.
Why would you ask me if I'm a cop? What?
Because only cops ask so many questions, Steve.
That doesn't count as a question. I want to make
A lot of
that
questions.
went to Schultz.
I mean, he answered a question with a question. That's a very cop thing.
Yeah, or a politician thing.
What is happening?
You a
No, he doesn't
politician?
have to be a politician.
What is happening is that
He's either a cop or a politician.
I mean, I'm a politician.
Are you?
I am.
I'd vote for you.
I know.
You got something to say, sir?
Let's
Come
start.
on, Steve.
I am
You okay?
really focused here, trying to
So-
maintain a level of professionalism. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way. I'm trying to pull up. I would like to know why you felt that you need to have your legal defense team here on this particular evening.
Because legally at any time I can invoke the Fifth Amendment, and I would prefer to have my counsel along just in case I need any sort of legal advice.
I mean, only guilty people plead the fifth. So
That's
Really?
not
I
necessarily
thought it
true.
was innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
not in the court of public opinion.
Court
Wow.
of public opinion means nothing. What matters is the actual law and the actual court.
Mhm.
1,000
Mhm.
people can sit there and say, Damien, say you need to go to jail. One
Yeah.
judge can say, no, he doesn't. Judge wins.
well, no one's going to send you to jail tonight. I
I'm
mean,
just saying
hey,
by example, Steve.
You
I'm
I
not
mean, I'm a
saying-
penalty box wrangler. I could definitely put you in some sort of jail.
Madam, I'm married.
oh, wow, I don't
No,
know
thank you.
what that had to do with anything that was going on there.
Mm.
I don't
Not
know
into grease balls.
why,
Hello.
what,
Not Damien Gray.
who.
Get to where you
I-
need to go.
This is okay. So I was thrown off a little bit earlier and I have not recovered, but I'll get there. Eric Schultz, does this mean you are a member of Rocket Pro Wrestling at this point? Is the fact that you're Damian Saint's legal representation, does that mean the fans will get to see you on Saturday?
Yeah, they will see me on the 10th. Now, I don't know if that necessarily means I'm a member of RPW, but I am absolutely working with Mr. Damian Saint. I am his legal representative and even in some capacity, sort of a bodyguard, but more
You're a
for
bodyguard?
Well, I mean, I know I'm not an imposing looking individual. I know that's where everyone's minds are going right away, but you know, you can still guard
Okay.
you can still guard
Okay.
one's body with the law. I see
The
a Ryan Matthews face.
Blanket of the law, yes. When Ryan Matthews smiles at you, that means Rion would like to take a timeout. So we will grant him said timeout.
This is more or less a warning for when you go in there. There are a lot of big bodies. I mean, I get that you are a bodyguard, but there are a lot of big bodies there. Just be careful.
Okay.
That's all.
That warranted a timeout, huh?
Oh, yeah, it did. And it was
Okay.
people that watch the show.
Probably,
Rion's just trying to help.
we probably could have kept rolling on that.
Oh,
but
we
whatever.
could have. We could have. But this
Wasting
Actually-
film, Rion.
this actually isn't for you. This is for the people behind the scenes. For when they hey, just be careful. I know what I've seen.
Look, there's more than one way to skin a cat, okay? Just because I'm not physically, I am 6'1", 200 pounds. I know that's probably average in pro wrestling or even below average, but still, it's nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's not.
We here on the Power Hour do not conform to any kind of abuse to the feline species. Eric
Nope.
Schultz speaks for himself only.
It's a phrase. Tim Allen used to say it. Shut up, Steve.
I'm just,
Tim Allen, okay.
Santa Claus.
it's
You mean
2022,
convicted felon, Tim Allen?
and I don't want picketers out in front of Joliet thinking we abuse cats. So we don't do it. Maybe the raconteur does, but Rion Cactus Red and myself of the power.
Yeah, no proof.
Steve, it's Joliet. Joliet will always have picketers.
Joliet's my hometown.
35 years.
So you're coming home. Oh, that's
You say that so proudly.
that is a
Hey,
fine-
Every week.
Look, we got the Rialto.
Mm-hmm.
We got that the death trap of a bridge
Mm-hmm.
of Interstate 80.
This is why time.
Mm-hmm.
So bad that they actually have a billboard before Interstate 80 that says "Cross the bridge at your own risk." So
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
there you go. But yeah, 2 high schools. I went to Joliet Central High School, and it looks. I like to think it looks like a castle. I was told this weekend it looks more like a prison. So you take your pick.
Joliet is known for prisons of one.
Oh, that's right. It's a prison
another.
town.
Here's the thing, though, Mr. Schultz, because I grew up in Joliet, that actually used to be a fort.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go.
The history hour.
The history.
Yes, Steve.
Louis
I
Joliet.
really grew up in Joliet my whole life.
Understood.
Likewise.
Noted. Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
You're sitting
man.
down.
I would like to offer up Exhibit A, and all I have is Exhibit A because that's all this case needs
All you need.
is
Okay.
Exhibit A.
Okay.
In May at Kicks on 66, it was the big match between the Fabulous Idols, led by Joey Roth, and the Avengers of RPW, Marche, Christian Rose, Shogun Chris Logan, and many, many more. So the match had a lot of stakes. There's high stakes. Whoever wins the match gets control of Rocket Pro. So if the Avengers won, Bill Shelley would maintain his control over Rocket Pro. However, if RPW Team Avengers fell and the Idols were successful, then the Idols would get to run the show. And it was a great match, whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you like the Idols or don't, it was one hell of a match. And the match came right down to the end. And as sometimes occurs, a referee was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So right now, we will take you back to Kicks on 66. Now the referee is down and Damian Saint has come to the ring to help.
Damian Sage was distracted, and Logan. Right, he just threw himself at Shogun, literally. 2 knees. It's Shogun. Wow. Oh, come on. That might be it. Oh, I can't watch. I can't anymore. I can't. Steve, what are we going to do? Oh, He a curb curb stomped stomp. him. A curb stomp. Oh. 2.
Now, at that point, coming in a pinch, Damian Saint, who was a great official, was following the letter of the law to the letter of the law. That was very close to a 3 count. That could very easily have been a 3 count. Thus, the Idols win outright. But the match went on.
That was really close. That was like, I was holding my breath close. No. And Gunner Brave going under the ring looking for plunder, and he's got it. Really? You gotta use a chair to win? Gunner Brave has a chair. Gotta use a chair to win? Damian Saint needs to throw this match out right now. No. Damian Saint! All right, somebody doing their job.
Whoa.
Another ref count? And a miss. He got him! Come on, Shogun, let's go for the pin. If Shogun can get the cover, this ends. Damian Damian Saint. I'm biting my nails. I'm biting my nails. Damian Saint. Why is Damian Saint picking? Oh. What? Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is Saint doing? What happened? Damian Saint. No. Wait a minute. No. 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 Steve. What is Saint? Why did Saint take off his referee? Where's Saint going?
So there it is. The smoking gun, the bloody knife.
Is there like a referee code of ethics or something
gloves
that could
that
be
in this-
applied here?
fit, so you should not be acquitted.
No. That's taking me back.
So, jury, you have seen the footage. You have
Yeah.
seen what this man, what this vile human did to the fans, to the hierarchy, to the good people of Joliet and Rocket Pro Wrestling in service to the fabulous idols.
Hey, Steve,
Unmeditated,
Steve,
illusion,
Steve,
conspiracy,
Steve,
betrayal.
Steve,
I mean, you have a goddamn Hallmark situation here.
Steve.
Mr. Saint.
Did you come on here just to bash me or to ask me questions? Because I really don't know which one you're doing right now.
Well, no, I want everybody that might not have seen why everybody is a little salty when it comes to Damian Saint. I want them to see the acts that were perpetrated by the plaintiff here or the defendant, depending on which side you're on.
You're badgering.
I'm plaintiff. Schultz, I want to sue this man. I want to be plaintiff.
Well, I'll write up some paperwork tonight because I'm saying some a badgering. You're badgering my client, and
Don't be slandering my good name.
what you've done here is you've taken a clip on your cell phone, which could easily have been manipulated, and it's taken totally out of context. No
You
one
can go
even
on
knows.
Rocket Pro's website.
No
and
one
you can
even.
see that footage. It's
I don't care if it's on
completely
YouTube. I don't care if it's on the nightly news. It's taken out of context. No one has any idea what the context is in that. So
That's why it's
to-
the
to
context.
show me that, I mean, to show me that one clip and call it a smoking gun, to call it a dripping knife. I mean, that's as well as my favorite phrase goes. That's all just hearsay and conjecture.
Damian Saint, how do you plead?
It wasn't me.
That's true.
It was your evil twin brother.
Yes, Bob Church.
He just say it wasn't me? Is that what he said?
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
I
that
mean-
Shaggy in the 90s?
that was Shaggy.
Did he just Shaggy the Power Hour?
As opposed to anything else that's been said on this show, I think you just focus.
I have one thing to say to that. And it's
just focus.
I'm gonna go with the complete opposite and just say zoinks.
Okay. Oh, I see what you did there.
Okay, so my questions. And Cactus, if you have a question, I'd like to hear it. Mr. Skills, if you have a question, I'd like to hear it. I know C Red would love to ask a great many questions, but he's unfortunately under the weather this evening, and we'll be back next week.
Man.
Damian Saint, what are your plans for Saturday?
The plans for Saturday are I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to get paid. And I'm going to go home to my beautiful smoking hot wife.
Mm.
Okay, that's a fine answer. I asked the question, you answered it perfectly. I would like to ask a follow-up question, if I may. In what capacity will you be doing a job that will require you getting paid? What task will you be performing to be paid? Now, you can dance around the devil and you can beat around the bush. You know, if you don't want to answer it, that's certainly your prerogative, but then that gives us the opportunity to theorize what maybe you'll be doing.
Any way I answer, Steve, you're going to theorize. because that's exactly what you do. You're just like
Investigative
back.
journalism.
Do not interrupt me, sir, please. You're just like those back in the 1500s. Something you don't understand, and you scream witch, and you want to burn it down.
He just
That is all you've done for the
Witch
last 3
trials.
months, Steve. Because you don't understand the situation. You really want to know what job I will be doing on September 10th on this Saturday?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that day. I'll tell you in the ring. I will literally stand in the middle of that ring, and I will look you personally in the eye, Steve, and I will tell you what my job will be.
Well, you'll have to find me because I will be there in fan capacity, and I was unable to get a front row seat for this great show. So it might be a little hard to address me directly. I might be, at the Cruiser Newcastle's Deli. I might be at the bar. I might be in the back row.
Or Marishka's. Get yourself a poor boy at Marishka's.
It's delightful. I'll agree with that.
Well,
So-
I mean, if he went Rishka's, then he didn't want to know the answer of what my job is. So technically that's on Steve then.
Will you be refereeing at this particular program?
That's on me. My apologies. That's 30-minute mark. I was just doing this just to make sure that everybody knows that's 30-minute mark, because you said on earlier that you had like 60 minutes. So that was the minute mark on there. So I'm gonna reset that. That's on me. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Rian. Time to thank our sponsors. Thank you, Anderson Spark Plugs, the only spark plug for you.
I'm unfamiliar with that brand.
Well, somebody's got to get paid. Why else am I doing this if not to get paid?
White Castle.
We're not, to my knowledge, we are not being sponsored by White Castle. I don't need that kind of litigation either, since we're going down litigation road this evening.
fair.
Will you be? I asked.
Sponsored by the Juliet Morgue. Juliet Morgue, you stab him, we slap him.
I believe that's a thing. Anyway, will you be a referee in good standing this Saturday at Fall Brawl?
I believe I kind of already answered your question, Steve. I will tell you when I'm standing in the ring, in the center of the ring, I will just tell you exactly what my job is.
Okay.
Asking me now if I'm going to be a referee is still asking me what my job will be. If I sat here and said, yes, I'll be a ref in good position, then I just told you what my job will be. Are you trying to make me a hypocrite or a liar? Because I'm neither.
No, you're the
Okay.
Antichrist, but that's okay. Do you
That's
have a
libelous.
personal vendetta
libelous.
against Chris Logan?
No,
Because
I actually really like Logan. I think Logan is actually a really great guy.
if we're taking this as an isolated incident,
Incident.
yes, that's that too. Insolent and incident. You attacked Chris Logan without provocation. So I believe you could be arrested.
Then why have I not been arrested yet?
That's a fair question. I can't answer it. Probably a great retainer provided by your attorney. But what did Chris Logan do to you that required a chair shot from a substitute referee in a very tense moment?
Nothing.
Okay. Follow-up question to that. Then why did you do it?
He was in the wrong place, wrong time.
So who's paying you?
Nobody.
An excellent question.
Nobody. Mhm.
See, that's Cactus Rack brings up a very interesting point. You said you're coming Saturday to do your job, whatever that might be, get paid, and go home to your smoking hot wife. I believe those were
Yes,
your
I have a
back
contract.
rows. So what are you being paid to do?
I will tell you in the ring, September 10th, this Saturday.
What else is
How many
there?
times do I have to answer this for you, Steve? I just said it to you 3 freaking times.
What
And
else
you're
is
gonna
there?
sit there and ask me the same damn question 15 different ways. You're gonna get the same freaking answer every single time, Steve. Every time. I will tell you what my damn job will be on September 10th in the freaking ring.
Hey, hey,
I think
hey.
he's upset.
I don't feel like we need to do that kind of language here, Mr.
We've
Saint.
been saying fuck the whole night. Really?
I have not said that. I do not believe
Badgering.
Rack has said it.
Been
No,
badgering
I
my
have.
client.
But I do whatever I want. So
She's right. She does.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. Okay, so are you paid by Joey Roth?
No, I am paid by Rocket Pro Wrestling.
Well, Joey Roth is in charge of Rocket Pro. So again, I ask you, are you being paid by Joey Roth?
Objection.
What's your on what grounds, counselor?
You're leading the witness.
I am
You're
not
leading
leading
the
the witness.
witness.
That is a completely fair and
You know, Mr.
relevant
Schultz, I'm
backup
glad we
question.
actually discussed this earlier because we both knew Steve was gonna do something like this. See, by trying to ask me, and thank you for telling me about this earlier, Schultz. I really appreciate it, my friend. For Steve, for you to sit there and ask me, since I clearly detailed, I am paid by Rocket Pro Wrestling. Joey Roth now runs Rocket Pro Wrestling, correct? Does the whole locker room not get paid by Joey Roth then?
We would imagine so. I mean, those people that are performing should get paid. I would imagine Joey Roth would have to pay them.
So why is my paycheck any different?
okay, is he paying you under the table?
No.
Hmm,
It's
okay.
not relevant. What's the relevance to any of this?
I'm
The
just-
relevance is that I asked.
So it's not relevant in another way of
It's
speaking.
relevant.
Okay.
It's relevant. Okay.
I wouldn't piss off Cactus Rack if I was you. Doesn't end well typically for anyone.
She'll come to your house.
Oh, I believe it.
Your house.
She'll come to
She
your-
will cut you. I've seen it.
I get law and ramifications and everything else, but I don't think it'll work fast enough in order to stop her.
All right. So Damian Saint is clearly not answering the most important question. And I believe anybody at Rocket Pro, fan, employee, otherwise, knows that we did our best job to uncover the truth. And Damian Saint is a tough nut to crack. So I am done trying to crack this nut. I've got other questions for you. Are you and Joey Roth intimate?
No. Are you and Rion intimate?
I can
Hello.
answer that. No, we're not. You coming from my mouth directly. We are not. So yeah, you heard it from me first. Like no one else. No, you don't have to worry about it.
So Joey Roth pays you, but you are not intimate. So it's a professional relationship.
Steve, you're still trying to fucking lead and badger.
You're leading. He's,
We-
yeah.
I'm doing my best journalistically to be a professional.
Schultz, you might
And
be
answer
here this, but I'm
professional
getting
question.
kind of annoyed with this shit.
We got the Fifth Amendment on our side, Damien. You don't feel like you need to say anything you don't want to say. I mean, this seems like a kangaroo court if ever I've ever seen one.
Who are you calling a kangaroo?
I haven't wore kangaroo shoes since the 80s. Since Walter died. That was the last time I wore roos. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, yeah.
So let's talk about the other crimes that Damian Saint has committed
Legend.
to show the character of this witness.
I thought we just said we had one crime on me. Now we got multiple crimes on me.
Well, very clearly on video,
Are you a car
he
salesman now?
basically commandeered and stole Timmy Two Sweet's house.
Wait, that happened?
No, I
That
didn't.
happened.
It wasn't me.
For real. Did you ever
What
give
happened?
Timmy his house back? Or
Do you-
are you doing the program from Timmy's house? Is
It
Timmy
wasn't
still
me.
outside on the porch?
It wasn't me.
No.
It wasn't you.
Do you have any grainy cell phone footage of that too?
I do, but
Can somebody play that Shaggy song now? Because that's all we're gonna get.
I love that song. That's neither here nor there also, but just,
Yeah,
just
you've
saying.
just been telling us your life story without us asking all night.
Me?
Yeah.
I've been
I
telling
went to
you my
Joliet High
life.
School. Looks like a prison.
Well, RPW's in Joliet, by the way, my hometown.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, Miss Roller Derby.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Where to
You're
stop?
playing
Where we can-
Captain Obvious. Is that an insult?
where to stop the train wreck.
It's,
Or just ignore it.
All right.
There, I guess.
So
Speak up, Schultzy Poo. Speak up.
I'm pleading the fifth.
I know you are.
Mrs. Rack.
Ms.
Ms. Rack.
Ms. Rack, be
Ms. Rack.
respectful. She's a icon on this show, so you be respectful to our co-host.
Hey, I'm okay.
First, Steve.
Do you
Um,
travel these days in your regular life with your attorney at your side?
From time to time, if I feel like I'm gonna need them.
Are there
If I'm
other
going-
situations that have occurred in the life of Damian Saint that would require an attorney present just to conduct business?
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not great at contracts. So you hire a lawyer to take care of contracts. Do you hire a chef to put on a new roof?
Well, if a chef can multitask, I see no problem with it.
Cool. He can come over, he can cook me dinner and redo my roof. I'm perfectly okay with
So
that.
what kind of referee salary pays a retainer?
A damn good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right.
You okay?
Let me put this down.
Are you putting a switch down finally? Thank you.
Bitch, I will continue to play.
You continue to play the switch.
I dare you.
Yeah, my attention span's wandering. I'm about to turn on the PlayStation.
All right, so let's since we do have Damian Saint here, who is a paid employee of Rocket Pro Wrestling, and since Eric Schultz is on retainer by Damian Saint, we're going to let him weigh in. We're going to talk about the card that is occurring this Saturday evening, and we would be very interested to get Damian Saint's opinion on these matches as they are set up and they are occurring. This was all set up by the Idols, so perhaps Damian Saint had something to do with some of these matches. So let us find out his thoughts on these matches. Now, the show, obviously, do you have a timeout?
No. I'm getting my focus.
Did you have enough to eat?
I did.
Please, Rian, don't let us stop you.
I'm on my.
I didn't have enough to eat, but Steve doesn't feed me, so he only feeds Rian.
You were
That's 'cause
here.
he doesn't love you enough.
I do. There's love, but
Texas Rack, if you're over here, I would feed you.
I don't
I feed people in my house.
eats, but that's neither here nor there. So
I might have to defect. I'm very food motivated.
next week, if you come to the roast, I will be certain, Cactus Rack, that you will be fed very well.
Are we roasting you?
I am not stepping foot in Tinley Park for love or money or food. Okay.
Rihanna and I will be
back to that.
in.
We have to come back.
That's a whole other show.
Holy shit.
She just nuked the town.
We need to come back to that. Focus now.
All right.
Well, I'll come to you directly about it. God damn it. Please.
No, I want
Okay.
to hear that story.
Focus.
The show is going to start off with the Idols coming out and making their ownership presence known. Damian Saint, can you tell us what they might have planned?
No, I cannot.
Okay, move on. Next one. He's not gonna answer.
Is it because you don't know or because you're being a punk ass?
Hey,
I'll be the fifth, so
I knew it. I knew it.
No, it's because you're a punk ass.
I
got
knew it
it.
was coming. I felt it. So this is where I have to step in. Focus. Get on the next one. You're just gonna do the shit. I already know where this is going.
it's gotcha journalism. It's gotcha journalism all day with you two.
Here's
Did
the
he
next
just
one.
call this Nazi journalism?
no gossip journalism.
Gotcha. Focus.
Gotcha.
Next thing.
Gotcha.
Next thing.
Gotcha.
How
Journalism.
dare you bring up historical atrocities?
Qualify.
Monster.
We are in the middle of a historical
Qualify.
situation here.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a personality. I don't have the same rules.
And
Qualify.
fabulous at that.
Qualify.
The qualifier
All right, come on, Steve.
match for the Rocket to the Top Ladder match to be held later on in the year at Harvest Havoc. You have 4 men competing in this match. Sexy Violence, Quinn Whittick, Damian Morningstar, the beautiful one, Ryan Matthews, please
Oh, that's what I mean.
bring Ryan up to
Not a timeout. So
Not a
no
timeout.
Timeout.
showcase the
timeout.
beautiful nature of one Ryan Matthews will be in that match, and the Dream Breaker Aaron Stone will be in that match. One of those men will get a shot to be in the Rocket to the Top ladder match, where the briefcase is suspended. You use the ladder, you go up, and if you win, you get a shot at the title, which Christian Rose won last year and cashed in his title and is currently the Rocket Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, although Grin may have something to say about that on September 10th, but we'll get to that in a moment. Damian Saint, how did those four men get such a high profile opportunity? Did you guys draw straws? Did you guys get together and have a meeting about who might be deserving in your opinion? How did you guys come to that as a collective?
What, you think I went from like referee to management overnight? Am I suddenly part of the creative team? Something, Steve? Do you know something I don't? Because I'm not the one who makes the matches.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I got you. It's okay. I got you on this. Number 3.
I wanted to hear who he was going to pick.
He's not going to pick anyone.
You're not going to
No,
pick.
I will pick someone.
Oh, he
picking
is gonna pick
someone
someone.
for the match.
Who do you
That's
think
who
will
I-
win the match?
But as far as who the combatants and the talent involved in the match, I had nothing to do with that.
But who do you think is going to win it?
Quinn Whittick.
Quinn Whittick. You know, I hate to say this because I can't believe I'm agreeing with the man that's going to bring ruination to the human race, but I also believe Quinn Whittick is going to win that match. So we are in agreement for the first time in a great many months. Match number 2 of the night at Fall Brawl is a sensational Hoss matchup. 2 gigantic humans that can cause damage just by walking into a ring, let alone participating in a match. It's Cody James versus the master of the Chicago Bear Hug, Steve Michaels. Now, when you guys were putting together this match, I mean, this is brilliant. I mean, you've got a seismic eruption waiting to happen. I applaud your decision-making in a match of this magnitude. Who do you like in it?
One, I like Cody James. 2, as I just specified in the last question, I'm not part of creative, Steve. I had nothing to do with these matches. I don't know why you insist on trying to spread lies.
I'm not, I believe.
No, you're speculating and you're trying to pass it off as the truth.
I'm just saying what's on my mind as we go through this very, very auspicious card. I'm giving the devil his due here, in essence.
The devil's not going to take someone else's due, in the essence.
Moving on. This reeks of the idols. Flash Harris, the Inter-County champion, I've worked now, well, I don't work there anymore, but my tenure at Rocket Pro Wrestling started at Darkness Falls and ended at Kicks on 66. That is a 6-month span, actually 7 months. I saw Flash Harris defend that title 1 time in 7 months. By rule, if you can't defend your title in typically 60 days, unless you're Brock Lesnar, that title is stripped. But somehow Flash manages to be the Inter-County champion, and he's issuing an open challenge. So what do you know about this? What do you think about this? And do you guys have something set up, like maybe Sean Danger is going to come in and challenge him?
One more time, Steve. I had nothing to do with making these matches. Now, as far as the match itself goes, what was the question again?
Flash. Just keep going. Just keep moving.
No. Ask the question again.
Flash Harris is,
It's not in your favor.
it's an open challenge.
Yeah, less than 12.
Yes, Flash Harris. Okay. So as far as that goes, I think you should actually ask J-Beck why he allowed Flash Harris to only defend the title once during this last season.
You know,
J-Beck
I would
was
love-
in top, was he
I
not?
would love to do that. I would love to ask Jay Beck that question, but unfortunately, Jay Beck is no longer employed in that capacity. So any answer he has is irrelevant because he's no longer general manager, which is certainly opportunistic, isn't it?
No, Steve, it is very relevant because we're talking about last season. The general manager of last season was J-Beck. You were talking about Flash Harris's one title defense in the last season.
That's true. If you were the general manager of Rocket Pro Wrestling, would you strip that title from Flash Harris?
Strip it, no, but I would make him defend it every chance I could.
It's a better answer than I expected. Thank you for your cooperation. Moving on. In what is to be surely a very spectacular match, Jason Hotch, Marshe Rocket, and the Filth King Brubaker in a triple threat match. And the winner of that match is entrant 20 into the main event, the 20-man over the top rope Rocket Rumble. Bravo. I mean, Marshe, Brubaker, Hotch, one match to become the person that would be most heavily favored to win the Rocket Rumble, coming in at 20. You know, there could be two people left and you come in fresh. It's genius.
Okay, the only thing I will say about that match is I did help Hotch get that match, but that's only because we go back years. He's wanted to come out the Rocket Pro Wrestling. I put him in contact.
You have a relationship with this man.
I used to manage him.
Oh, well, see, I did not know this.
I did.
Okay.
Because Leon does his research.
Excuse me a moment.
I mean, putting down as a note doesn't hinder anything. Like it's out there. It's
Yeah.
been.
Is this Jason Hotch's first appearance at Rocket Pro?
Yes. This will be his official debut with Rocket Pro.
Wow, that's amazing. And there are a lot of superstars in that locker room, great superstars that have done great work. We can go down the list. Damian DeShane, Brooks Berna, Connor Hopkins, just in the Coyotes alone. Jake Painter. I could go on and on and on. They're not at this show, Fall Brawl, but Jason Hotch is.
You want to know where also they're not? And they are all great talent, but they're also not on Impact Wrestling. Jason Hotch is.
That's fair. That's fair. Marsha Rocket, also NWA. Brubaker has been on AEW Dark and other things lately. So lots of star power in that match. Funny how he's here now. Moving on. The tag team championships will be defended as Damian Gray and Johnny Nye, the Fabulous Idols, give a rematch to No Coast that seems to be crumbling. I don't wish to talk much about this match because I fail to see the point. Without disrespecting the No Coast boys, they need to handle their stuff because if they're not on the same page, the Idols will kill them.
What is going on between Brian and Joey? I'm really confused. I thought they were best friends. And
it's sad. Relationships can turn on a dime. We all remember a certain someone getting thrown through a barbershop window, thus ending a tag team. It happens historically. So I don't think that there's a barbershop at RPW, at least at the moment. So I don't think anybody's in danger of injuring themselves on plate glass, but it's that equivalent. And, there's a lot of drama there, and I don't know how they coexist. There's a bunch of no coasters. How many no coasters are there? Six of them.
Hello.
wait, there's 6? I thought there was only 4.
And
Oh no, there's 6.
And it seems like since the rest of the No Coast Army showed up, things have not been good between Crazer and Blues. We'll see how they get on September 10th. But if they're not on the same page, it's a cakewalk for Nye and Gray, who have become quite a talented tag team.
So Steve, let me ask you a question, my friend. Since you want to bring up the barbershop glass, out of Joey and Brian, who's Michaels and who's, going through the glass?
Good question.
That is a fair question. And I don't know. I was using it as an example of a tag team splintering. I don't know if they fit the mold of a team like the Rockers.
Are you saying they're not good enough?
No. I'm saying that, when the Rockers were big, it was clearly Shawn Michaels that was the superior athlete. Not that Jannetty wasn't really good, but Michaels was the straw that stirred the drink. I'm not sure No Coast. I'm not sure the differentiation between the two young men is the same dynamic there.
So what you're saying is between the two of them, neither of them really stand out above the other.
Absolutely not. I feel like they are one of the best cohesive. Well, they were one of the best cohesive units I'd ever seen. Now that's not happening now, but I don't think I could pick one of them to be Shawn and one of them to be Marty. More like be Brian Flair and jumping Jim Brunzell, if anything.
I'm totally saying Joey is Shawn Michaels.
But I don't think Joey has it in him to super kick him through a plate glass window, but that's just maybe it's just my naivety. In the semi-main event, it is the RPW championship. The Icon Grin, the king of Joliet, if you will. He has been wrestling big matches in that building for decades. He takes on Christian Rose of those damn Coyotes, who has been a fighting spectacular champion. Whoever wins that match, the biggest winners of the night are the Rocket Pro fans, because that should be a hell of a match.
Agreed.
Thoughts?
He just said agree.
I didn't know if maybe he wanted to expound.
Sure, I'll expound. Look, Christian Rose and Grin Barrett are two of the best in the Midwest. No one will ever deny that, and no one could ever deny that.
Agreed.
As far as whoever wins, I don't care. I don't like either of them, honestly.
Yes, you're certainly sitting on the right side of history at the moment. The main event is the 20-man over the top rope RPW Rocket Rumble. And there are a lot of people. There are 20 professional wrestlers entered in this match. Not all of them have been named. I have it on good authority that all of the idols will be involved in this match. Damian Saint, are you an entrant in the Rocket Rumble?
No. I am not a professional wrestler. I have not stepped in the ring for years. I have no intention of stepping back in the ring ever again.
Well, my question is this. I mean, you were in the ring. You executed violence at a high level in the ring. So I feel like maybe that does kind of make you a professional wrestler.
Okay, Steve, are you going to be a part of the Rumble?
I'm not even employed by the company.
That doesn't matter.
I'm going to be in the crowd.
That doesn't matter.
I'm going to be cheering on my friends.
So you're not going to be in the Rumble?
No. We've all seen how that works when I put on the tights, and it doesn't. So no, I will not be involved under any circumstance.
That's something else we have in common, Steve. Neither of us will be in the Rumble. It's like we're twins again. It's like we're brothers, Steve. I've missed this so much. I've missed you, Steve.
Have you missed me? That's with every bullet so far, apparently.
Someone's been shooting at you, Steve? Have you called the cops? Wait, you are a cop. Why haven't you arrested them?
Not a cop.
I'm not a cop, not a police officer.
That's you.
You gotta let us know if you are.
I am not.
Okay.
That sounds like something a cop would say.
Eric Schultz, since you are on retainer and are a professional wrestler, will you be an entrant in the Rocket Rumble?
I can neither confirm nor deny any allegations that I will be involved in the RPW Royal Rumble this September the 10th. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it.
So you
I'll tell you this.
You're not going to be involved in the Rocket Pro Royal Rumble, but you're going to be in the Rocket Pro Rocket Rumble.
Well, to clarify, I will be at RPW in St. Joe's Park this September 10th, Saturday, to represent here my client Damian Saint. So that's about as far as I can say. Will be my involvement with the Fall Brawl show here this Saturday.
Cactus Rack, will you be in the
You
Rocket
can't
Rumble?
elaborate on whether or not you'll be representing him in the Rumble.
I will be representing Damian Saint. Yes, that is correct.
In the
Rumble?
Rumble.
But not in the Rumble.
Well, see, now
Why would
you're
you represent me in the Rumble? I'm confused by
I
that.
feel like
See
you're
what
getting
you're
a little
doing?
murky here, Schultz Poo.
you're kind of starting to regret.
Okay, what
that,
were you
uh,
gonna ask
nickname.
me, Steve?
Here's the funny part. Eric Schultz just revealed himself.
Well, I feel like you're kind of imposing extra. You know, I'm giving you a statement, and you're taking that statement and you're adding on. To it.
I'm requesting clarification.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Believe me, no
I know.
one seeks clarification more than Eric Schultz, attorney at law / raconteur. But I can either confirm. Thank you, Mr. Saint. I can either confirm nor deny that I will be involved in that Rocket Rumble.
Okay.
Very nice. Cactus Rack, will you be in the Rocket Rumble?
No, I will be at a Chihuahua beauty pageant.
Very
I have
nice.
better things to do.
Very nice.
Okay,
hmm
a
Yeah.
Chihuahua beauty pageant.
Yeah. At Taco Fest in Milwaukee, where Hot Rod Daddy Andy will be wrestling for Mondo Lucha.
I saw that one coming. That's why I was like,
We'll talk about that here in a few
I
moments.
felt the plug in the force.
Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
hmm
hour. Yes, you did.
I'm just going for the Chihuahuas.
That was the hour
Chihuahuas.
thing. That was it.
All right, Steve, are we continuing this interview or what's going on, man?
Well, I had plans to bring Mr. Shelley on to ask a question, but Mr. Shelley has not acknowledged this to this point.
So
So
he did not acknowledge me?
we will punt on that particular activity.
Bill Shelley, acknowledge me.
Yeah, well,
He was on bullshit.
there was a plan.
You was on bullshit.
There was-
Oh, see, you see this, Eric?
Told
He's
you.
sitting there talking about how there's a plan, and he wants to call me the shaky one.
No, you said don't bring certain people on. You
Certain
never said
people,
anything about
'Cause
Rocket
that-
Pro
'cause
Wrestling
it
president.
would not have helped anyone involved.
Right. This is
That would not help
this is a
anyone.
former owner that he screwed. I felt
There-
like he should have.
There is such a thing as bad heat. And I feel like if you would have.
So you didn't learn any lessons from the last couple shows, is
I have
what you're
not.
saying.
No. I'm trying to
He's
be
got
quiet.
nothing to lose. He's playing with house money. He doesn't care. Like, that's the point. Only thing that I can do in this scenario is make sure that he doesn't shoot himself in the heart. If he shoots himself in the foot or shoulder or anything in the sort, it's fine.
A non-fatal injury. That makes sense.
I do shoot often.
Are they usually blanks?
Hello.
Now I would like to yield a few moments for Damian Saint to speak about anything he's doing, anything happening in his career. Damian Saint has been around a long time and is a valued member of this industry, and he has more going on than just the screwing over of Rocket Pro Wrestling. So, Mr. Saint, if you would like to take time to talk to the good folks on the Power Hour about some of the travels you might have or some of the things you might be doing, or if you want to talk about Rocket Pro and where you're headed next, what your end game is, Thanos, then we'll be happy to listen.
Well, first of all, it's cable.
Ah,
Someone got it.
That makes
Or
me,
Marvel.
no.
That's my ex-husband's name, and I don't like that.
I get to be the guy that jumped off the plane,
Yeah,
and not hit the
cable.
power wire, and I lived. And he
I
said,
was I had very
"Oh,
low self-esteem in my early 20s. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's fair. To be with someone named Cable, that's a real thing.
But both are Josh Brolin, so
Please continue, sir. Please.
Thank you, sir. As far as it comes for upcoming events, I mean, I still referee for IPW, which I've never had management complain to me about that. Somehow you're the only one complaining about me repping, Steve.
That's interesting.
But you know what? I also ref for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, which will be coming back in October 9th. And again, Mr. Bullock, great person, has never once complained about my repping. Only you, Steve.
Intriguing.
Well, did you beat the crap out of anybody at either of those?
Not in the ring.
Not where people could see it and know that it actually happened.
Hey, you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes.
Hmm.
Thank you. That's
You know,
awesome.
I'll agree with that statement.
That's a
I
great
have, I've got a whole closet full of stupid prizes. That's neither here nor there. Yes, I will be seeing you at IPW, and I will be seeing you at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, the final Sunday of this month, and the 9th of October for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, the return. You've been blessed with a lot of great opportunities to do what you do in this business. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
There is honestly an endless amount of names I could sit here and think. I could think someone like Eric King from Pro Wrestling King now in Indiana, who in my first year put me with his heavyweight champion in a match against formerly known as Aiden O'Shea. He's put me in matches that involve guys like Al Snow and Shark Boy and Crazy Steve. I've had an amazing career, and it's only been 5 years. I have been in the car and driven hours with guys like Ricky Reyes, Hurricane Helms, Jake the Snake Roberts. It has been a phenomenal career. But one thing I am going to say is, Joliet, it's my hometown. But you're finally going to meet Damian Saint.
We have not met Damian Saint to this point.
No. You haven't.
What does that mean?
Because of him being the referee, you haven't met him outside of, like, I get it.
Does that mean we will be meeting Damian Saint?
That's what I just said. You have not met Damian Saint yet. So therefore, on September 10th, you would be meeting Damian Saint.
Oh,
Logically, that might not make sense.
no. I want to thank you for your cooperation.
This sounds like multiple personalities to me.
Okay.
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 Is that a bad
Okay.
thing?
I guess I'll say okay as well while we're okay in everything.
I mean, you could
Floyd,
look at someone
man,
like Batman, or technically any superhero that could technically be a split personality.
Okay.
I mean, she's, I
I've
mean,
got a few myself. I'm very knowledgeable about this.
let me go through. I just want to make sure I'm doing my due diligence here,
Due diligence.
because it's very important to me that I wrote down a bunch of questions,
Mhm,
and I just want to make sure I went through them all.
mhm.
Do you have a doctorate in assholery? Now, I don't really need to ask that question. We've already
not.
established that.
It's not a real degree. I looked into it.
Is your middle name in fact Prick?
No.
Okay. This is a very important question. All the kids want to know, and I feel like you're qualified to answer this. As the Antichrist, what is the official date of the end of the world?
When's your next birthday, Steve?
That would be June 12th, 2023.
Sure, we'll go with that date.
Are you saying
Well, at
you're-
least I get to celebrate my birthday 2 days before.
Okay. Rion, do you have any questions for our witness?
Oh, now I'm a witness. I thought I was a defendant before. Now I'm a witness.
No comment.
Love you, Rion.
Nailed that one. Nailed that.
And this whole last 3 months comes full circle, Steve. Comes full circle.
Saturday, September 10th, Joliet Rocket Pro Wrestling. I will not be actively participating in this show, but you will hear my voice booing you loudly, resoundingly. I will get chant started. I will bring signs.
Oh boy.
Steve, you're not gonna bring signs.
You'll feel my presence, even though I won't be there.
You're not gonna bring signs. No one in that audience is gonna bring signs. The only person in the whole audience that ever brings signs is Santino. No one else.
We love
You're gonna start a new
Santino.
trend of bringing signs.
I might bring a sign.
Sure, you will see.
Sounds like a challenge.
Well, I certainly have access to poster board and markers, so that's an easy thing. Eric Schultz, you're an unexpected participant on this show.
Which you said like 7 times.
Tell us your thoughts on what's happening this Saturday night, and tell the good folks where they can find you. Destroying Law and Order wherever you go.
Right. Well, look, I had last week, I had a little bit of center stage last week, so I'll just keep it concise now and say, look, for me, September 10th, alongside Damian Saint in Joliet at Rocket Pro Wrestling, it will not be one to miss. I think, for my opinion, for my money, any kind of Rumble is one to view, because it's exciting. It's, there's so many participants.
You never know who it's going to be.
The Rumble itself is worth the price of admission. So any other match, any other kind of what's going on, that's all bonus. It's all frosting on the cake. So please be there in Joliet, September 10th. But I will also just make mention of, if I may be so bold, Northland Pro Wrestling on October 1st. I will be main eventing against Cody James in a casket match, and that one will not be one to miss as well. So I'm just going to say those two, and that's it. And now timeout.
Timeout.
Never thought I'd be rooting for Cody James, but here we are.
How did I overset my bounds?
Like,
Did I overset my bounds?
like for real, we're like a legit coffin casket deal. That's
It's going to be a casket match. It's October. It's the month of caskets.
Yeah, there'll be two matches on October 1st that are casket matches, I believe.
There's 2 casket matches running around.
I believe that his match is happening. I believe there's another one.
All right, that's on me. I know
That's on me. No problem.
That's on me.
You guys know when my birthday is?
April 14th.
It's October 31st.
You're a Halloween baby. Well, that makes all the sense in the world.
So this match,
Antichrist and his demon seed.
well, okay, well, you're going a little far, but I think October 1st, October's my month, so that won't be one to miss, but that's, down the line. Let's first focus on September 10th here at RPW in my hometown, in Damien's hometown, my client of Joliet, Illinois.
Wait a minute. October 31st.
About
October 31st. It was like 3
You're
a.m.
Scorpio. That explains everything.
How does that explain? Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Explains everything.
Monday. There's a show happening on October 30th. Come on, I'll give you a big present.
Okay.
Big present.
I'm sure you mean something weird by that, but to me, it sounds fun. So I'm in. Where do I go?
We'll talk about that in days upcoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
One final
Have your
thought.
people contact my people.
There'll be people involved, that's for sure.
Eric, if he shows up in like a van with no windows, just don't go by it. He might be down by the river.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's well said. That's a
Harley
good
reference.
Good
Very
tip.
nicely done. Appreciate that.
Good tip.
I have one more observation to make before I let you go. Are you, Eric Schultz and Damian Saint, trying to do some kind of wrestling Blues Brothers reboot, since you are both from Joliet and have clearly both been in prison?
I thought that was Nokos' gimmick.
I was going to say the same thing, but I
Right,
don't want to
right.
set my boundaries with that.
I'm just
No,
saying.
well, I don't care about the boundaries, Rihanna, so I'll say it.
Yeah.
Is Nokos? They're all about Joliet Prison and the Blues Brothers, and everything to do is about the Blues Brothers. So
That's like their whole thing when it's just Kaiser and
you praise them consistently, Steve. How have you not caught on to this?
I've just never really put 2 and 2 together, I guess.
they came out in the hats and came out to the theme song at one point.
I did not see
Yeah.
that.
That's
You
not even
were there on commentary,
with
Steve.
their own commentary.
I was?
They fished that lake dry. They already fished that lake dry. I don't want to.
Around the time they started.
Actually, you know what? They'd probably be better doing Blues Brothers 2000.
Okay, that's
The
a nice
good-
save.
the
That's
good-
a nice
The
save.
Goodman era.
That is a nice save because it's too.
I have the same. My client and I both have this, kind of the same facial hair features going on. So man,
Eric, you know what the funny thing about that is? Steve used to say I had the beard of Thor.
I did used to say that. I used to be
Wow.
a big fan of yours.
So then theoretically, mine shouldn't be that far off since I feel like,
No, you have an Asgardian beard as well, my friend.
oh, well, see,
Don't get to know your heroes. It's
let the
never,
Marvel references continue, I say.
well, got a lot of
Cable.
She-Hulk in you.
Or forget it.
Attorney
You
of
got a lot
Law,
of She-Hulk
She-Hulk.
fans, Steve.
Just go green, kid. Ah,
You monster.
that's at least. All right. I'm going to say that we've got a few more items to cover here tonight. So if you guys would like to take your leave, you have given me more than the hour asked for. We appreciate that.
Wow, Steve, you actually said thanks, and I actually believe you for once.
Told you I would try to be professional. I know it didn't seem like that at some certain times, but you gave me all the answers I was looking for, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you for finally admitting I gave you all the answers you were looking for.
You told me everything I need to know,
I'm sure I did, Steve.
and I'll be ready for you.
I'm sure you won't be, Steve.
Sure, what's happening at this point?
Indeed. Oh, what an exit. Well, I can't be too far
You're
behind.
like
I'll
a
see you.
wizard.
I know, I love it. Well, I'll see you September 10th, Mr.
Whoa,
Aaron.
whoa, not so fast, Schultze Poo.
Okay.
Not so fast.
Hurry
Yeah.
up, he's making my migraine worse.
You got your hand caught in the cookie jar because you didn't exit quickly enough. On September 16th, you and I have a little business coming up in Franklin Park.
That's right.
We got a little CSW show called Falling Down, and we've made a couple of big match announcements. Fatal 4-way for the women's title. Axel gets his rematch in no DQ form. We've got the neck breaker versus the gatekeeper, and we've got the first ever in history I'm ugly match. Your thoughts?
Want
Oh,
in?
Yeah. All hot matches. You know, I don't know what to say. Like I said, all I can say is every match is going to be a hot one. And I will be involved in that match or in that show as well. The match card has yet to come out. I don't know if I'm at liberty to divulge the nature of the match at this time.
No, you were told what you might be doing, but I have changed everything.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
Really?
Why would you?
Well, and when did that happen?
We do things.
Oh, what? Well, when I got to know a timeline. I'm curious.
You just don't worry about that. We'll announce it officially really soon, and enjoy it. You'll love it. It's got a lot of panache.
All right. Well, look,
Nash.
the beauty of my profession is that I'm able to adapt and conform to my clients. So I don't see it being any different to being able to adapt and conform to a different match situation. So I say bring it on.
Team Babushka will most certainly be in action in a very special match. There will be details coming very soon. The Babushkas are going to learn some very tough lessons. That's for sure.
Oh boy.
Your thoughts on Axel versus Joey Avalon real quick.
Yeah, that was a very exciting match. The last show, with obviously a resounding kind of disappointment with the kind of the technicality there at the end. So I think that now that they're kind of running it back with a no DQ, I think this will quiet the questions, or this will answer the questions. This will answer the questions of the what if. Well, what if it had been no DQ, or what if that this didn't happen? So I think what we're going to see is a true outcome finally between Joey Avalon and Axel Rico.
Hear me speak. Listen to my words. As God is my witness, by Grapthar's hammer,
Here we go.
that shovel will not be a factor in this match.
Oh.
I guarantee it.
In a no DQ match? That's interesting.
Personally.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. As general manager, it's a no DQ match.
All right.
So any number of variables that haven't been
Sure.
legal in the past.
But not the shovel, you're saying. But no shovel.
I'm going to handle the shovel myself,
Oh.
personally.
Okay.
So just
Well,
let that be known.
I'm invested. I'll be there.
Since your Babushka partner is in the Fatal 4-Way, talk to me about your thoughts. You've got Sky Blue trying to retrieve her crown. She was one of the longest tenured champions. You've got Heather Reckless, who's been on quite a roll. Will Cypher be involved? You've got Evil Sierra if she wins and Avalon wins, then they are the championship power couple at that
Oh,
point.
that's right.
And they will basically own Chicago style wrestling. And then, of course, there's Bombshell Shelley.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I got my money on the Bombshell because I represent Team Babushka. I see what goes on there. I'm looking at the other three gals, and yes, their resumes speak for themselves. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, one of them just beat your ass.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
Point is,
kicked your ass pillar to post.
I don't know where else to go from that. But I'm trying to answer one question. You're throwing other stuff at me. But no, listen, I think, the thing about Shelley is she's kind of a dark horse. We've only seen 2-3 matches from her. So still not, I don't think we've still fully seen the potential there. So I think what we're going to see, we're all going to be surprised at the outcome of that fatal 4-way. Again, 3 kind of seasoned wrestlers there, and then 1 kind of newer one. But I think that there's a lot of heat, or there's a lot of excitement around Shelley. So that's where I got my money, and my client, Team Babushka.
If Shelley does win that match, it will be the crowning jewel of one of the most exceptional rookie seasons any wrestler has ever had. So make sure you make your way out to Franklin Park to see Falling Down on September 16th. All right, Schultzy Poo, get the hell out of here.
All right.
We'll see you
I've had enough of
Saturday.
it anyway.
Back on tour.
Saturday. I'll see you then.
Oh, he spit at me. He spit at me again, bastard. Okay. So we got a few moments left. Cactus, talk to us a little bit about Chihuahuas.
All I really know is that there's a beauty pageant, and that's all I needed was a Chihuahua beauty pageant to be lured out of my dungeon. So, yeah.
And what's
I'm
Andy
ready.
do this weekend?
Andy is going to be wrestling for Mondo Lucha at Taco Fest.
Tell us a little bit about Mondo Lucha and Taco Fest.
I can't tell you very much because I was not able to attend the last Mondo Lucha with Andrew. That was his first time out there. And so I don't know much. I just know it's in Milwaukee, and there's going to be dogs, and one of my Derby, my Derby fiance, Betty Theft, is now in Milwaukee and will be joining me there along with Agatha Grizzly. And we will be eating tacos and checking out Chihuahuas and watching Andy wrestle.
Are either of these roller derby gals Chicago knockouts?
No.
Are they ever going to come down and be knockouts?
No.
Okay. It was worth a question. We missed C-Red tonight. It's just not the same without him, but we already had the guests scheduled and things were afoot. So we wish him well. We hope he feels better. And next week, this show will be on the road as we support the roast of Ivan Manson. There is the graphic right there. It is live in Tinley Park at Tian's. Cactus Rack hates Tinley Park. We're going to do a whole show about that. But will you be on the Zoom call? Will you Zoom your performance in next Tuesday night while we're live at Tian's?
If you DoorDash me some food.
That could be arranged.
Okay.
We will DoorDash
Then
you.
I will appear.
We got to feed her.
I'll take care of it.
Rion's going to take care of you.
I'll take care of it. That's fine.
You're going to get DoorDashed.
Thank you.
Or I might just bring it myself. You'll get something. That's
And
not a problem.
Rion's a man of his word, if nothing else. And information
Not kidding. I'm very food
and,
motivated.
reliable as the day is long. On that show, we will be roasting Ivan Manson as he is ready to hang up. He's got one match left. And some of the roasters that will be involved, we will be getting a performance from Cheeks. We'll be roasting him. Cheeks Manson. Terry Allen himself will be roasting him as well. Braun the Lumberjack will be out and roasting, possibly roasting CM Punk as well, based on the social media today. And of course, someone you know well, Max Holiday, will be in attendance at TN's to do a little roasting as well. I will serve as roast master and master of ceremonies. C-Red might get a chance to do some roasting. We'll see. I mean, there's going to be a lot of roast.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the dog. My apologies.
The dog would really like
The
you.
dog was on my lap.
The dog would love you to feed him.
So, I mean, was
What
that?
kind of dog is it?
It is Dominic is a Australian cattle dog, a blue heeler.
I love cattle dogs.
He is a pain in my rear, almost more than Damien Saint.
And he is very active today.
He is very, very well. My son is sleeping presently because he had a long day. Usually hangs out with him during these shows. Not today. He's Rion's best friend because Rion has food. Next week on this show,
I have a blackmouth cur, and they're very similar in temperament to Australian cattle dogs. They are also incredibly food motivated. And they will absolutely, you've met my dog, Rion. They will absolutely be your best friend if you have food.
he is,
That's pretty much what's happening here.
and
Yeah.
he's smart as a whip, which is a bonus because he can ring a bell when he wants to go to the bathroom. So I appreciate that.
So can Bruce.
See? Got a lot in common there. A lot in common. So don't miss next week's episode of the Power Hour. Don't miss Rocket Pro Wrestling this week. We'll have much more to talk about. I ran out of time tonight. SCW had a show this past Saturday, a benefit show at Hersher. Bane X did amazing things with the children. The school loved it. We made some money for a very, very good cause. Not a lot of things happened that would affect WrestleTopia, which we'll talk about next week because that's coming up next Saturday. But one thing that did happen at the show on Saturday is the workhorses got killed, and I called out their girlfriends for being unsupportive.
Okay.
Of the killing or of what would they be unsupportive of?
The one of them's got a boot on her leg and she's faking an injury.
Like for real?
Like she got a boot, but she walks fine. I feel like it's a fake injury, generating sympathy for the workhorses, but I have no sympathy.
Okay.
All right. Cactus Rack, say goodnight.
Good night.
And we hope you feel better. I hope your migraine goes away.
Thank you. I have a doctor's appointment Monday. Fingers crossed that something happens.
Rion Skills,
What?
say goodnight.
Not everybody.
On behalf of our friend C-Rad, get well soon. We will see you next week. Thank you for watching this show. Don't miss Rocket Pro Wrestling this Saturday in Joliet. Good night, everybody.